So hi everyone, a very good afternoon, good morning actually. Hi, namaskar, sat shri akal. How you doing? Bola Julie to people and friends in Leh Ladakh and stuff. I'm Jashin Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of I'm Decor Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions. And the weather is amazing. We've got a very pleasant scene out here with the rain off and on, and everybody seems to be loving it and enjoying it. And you kind of want to take a retreat and just chill and not push yourself much. But then, yes, there are people who are out there who already reached their offices, who've already done their stuff during the weekend stuff, and then there are people like me who are kind of making the best of it by kind of working from wherever we are, flexi work and stuff, and kind of looking at what we've done and what we can do next and stuff. And I'm sharing a few thoughts here on sparking joy. So there've been 2 3 events this week that I've been a part of and stuff, and I was really humbled and honored to be there. So this was one which was a India Japan forum for visionaries, founders and CEOs, and what they can do in this world with challenges of water and environment and stuff. Then there was another one which was yesterday, which was the global MSME meet, which we have every year. So worldwide entrepreneurs and highly well-heeled people and achievers and working professionals and the who's who of the world, the ministers and entrepreneurs, designers, media, and of course, decision makers, bankers, financial institutions were there, representatives from other countries, from United Nations, and everyone was there, and we could see that the background of our nation lies with MSME and stuff. But my post is not about MSME. My post is about what I do and what I'm kind of sharing here. So it's about should you change the work? Should you change your organization? Should you change your job? Should you change the environment where you're working out of if it is not sparking any joy? If you're not feeling enthusiastic, if you're not feeling great about it, does it make sense to quit jobs? So, if you read the biography of Jack Ma, you'll know that he had about 40 changes in his job. People would be highly addressed as unstable in various parts of the world and stuff, but that's the way he was. And after so many attempts and pitches and stuff, you see where he is. So, it depends on how you kind of handle and take charge of your career or of your genius story and stuff. So, actually, joy, as per me, for design and interior solutions, and from intellectualism or creativity, is actually linked to a lot of things. It's about also tidying up, and why do I emphasize on tidying up? I say tidying up is important because when you're tidying up, you're basically kind of making space for new. You may have been used to certain environments or certain work, certain people, the certain kind of stuff you've been doing over the years and stuff, so you're not able to kind of enjoy something new. You get stuck. It happens to me also. I mean, I also feel a little stuck sometimes when my brain is not working, if I've done too much of city travel, if I've kind of not slept well, if I've had too many meetings, or if I've been in an environment where there are too many thought shares happening. Even I feel it. So it's normal. So I'm going to read this out to you because this is something which I had kind of read many years back, and I had put down some notes also. So tidying up is important because it helps you to kind of discern between what is sparking joy and what's not. So you kind of know what you're enjoying and what you're not enjoying. So that's the best part about work and job, that if you know that something which is not sparking joy, something which is not giving you ideas, something which is not giving you newness, it's time for that to kind of either make a change in yourself or change in your job and stuff. So there's this lady who had shared an experience. She said she was a food manufacturer and she wanted to quit. So she kind of didn't know what to do and stuff. So it's happened to me so many times where I've been in situations before meeting or after meetings that I don't know what decision to do or take. So what I do is I kind of just take a back seat and I let my thoughts flow. I kind of walk around the office or in my apartment or whatever. I go for a walk. I come back. And many a times, honestly speaking, I also clean up, and when I'm cleaning up and I pick up parts, maybe a book will appear before me, or maybe something which is like an accessory will come before me, or maybe the flowers will come before me, maybe plants will come before me and stuff, and then I kind of switch off from that stagnation mode or non-creative mode to a little enthusiastic mode and ideation mode and stuff, and that kind of makes me understand what is it that I want to do. So recently when I went for a party to one of the farmhouses, I was there in Sultanpur. So when I was there, that embassy or that farm had a very hotel like a feeling and stuff. When I saw the beds and everything, after I woke up, kind of inspired me and gave me ideas on what I can do. So when you're going for ideation, or when you're going for strategy, or when you're feeling a little stagnated and stuff, what makes sense is to kind of let it be, and kind of spend some time exploring, going out. You could go to a mall, maybe you can take a walk, like I said, in your office or in your building. If you've been to your neighbors' houses, if you've been to your colleagues' places and stuff, they may inspire an idea in you and stuff. So you never know where inspiration comes from. And this is what the author also is sharing here. She says, the pay is really good, but I come back home exhausted all the time. It's not fun, and I wonder if I could do better as a accessory designer, and I can start my own business, and I can get into accessories and crafts. So there is a very dear friend of mine who's also in Buddhism. She had the same stuff. So she used to work for this particular furnishing house, and she realized that her brain got blocked because she was handling the logistics and stuff like that. So my advice to her was that, why don't you try something different, give up logistics, give up the operations task, and try and do something which is more creative, which makes you think and stuff. And I think it worked for her, because she changed her profile and she got into a new role. And that creativity and that exposure with the labor, spending time in the factory, looking at designs and stuff, kind of gave her this new energy and stuff. And she came back feeling more efficient and more enthused to do what she was wanting to do and stuff. So she's saying that this lady debated in her head that is accessory designing going to help her, is going to help giving her the access to the kind of work she wants to do to make a living. And she had never done this on her own, because her experience was something else. So she was not very sure of that. And then she started meeting up with people, and she started talking to similar people from different environments. She spoke to her boss, she spoke to her other clients and stuff, she spoke to her friends and stuff. And when they analyzed and understood her situation, and then they encouraged her, she kind of took up the step, and she kind of got into improving her situation. She did not leave the job immediately, but she stuck to it. She decided to get into another line of work alternatively, which even I advise to a lot of youth and children and youngsters who've been coming to me over the years. What is it that they want to do in their career? So my advice mostly is being that avoid getting into a single brand. Try and get into a company or an organization or a setup which gives you exposure in different verticals. Because as you do so, you will discover and explore new facets to your personality and stuff. So let's say if you're done with events and you're stuck, you could always pick up something which is into, let's say, designing. You can always pick up something which is radio. You can pick up something which is into advertising. You can pick up something which is into media management, retail, or whatever. So working for an organization, a bigger brand or a company which gives you more exposure, and which has more verticals, always helps. And it's always advisable to work with young people, because sometimes, not always, you have orthodox bosses and not orthodox people working for you. So you may have a fantastic idea, you may want to do something, but before the person listens to you, they will block it off, and they will say, no, it's not happening. So we face those challenges. I face those challenges so many times when I worked heading organizations, and I worked for this mall, where most of us were very creative. We'd all studied well, we'd all done our homework, we were handling creating creative work and stuff like that. But we had an old school management, so the organization went into losses and stuff, and then of course rest is jazz and story. So what makes sense is to kind of focus on kind of analyzing and understanding the situation, and then focusing on joyful work, and always a creative dynamic environment, or an environment where you have more people usually helps. Even if you're a freelancer, try and work out of maybe a co-working or maybe a setup where you have more like-minded people, because as you do that, You will want to step out of the house, you will want to pick up the phone, you will want to be on the computer. And when you do a thought share or a mind share, you will understand that yes, there is more beyond known to you and stuff, you know. So let's say when I was in this India Japan forum, it was not one of my favorite topics, but I could think of it as a visionary, where water can come as a model for, let's say, environment concern and climate concern. How does it fit into creativity, design, and architecture? Something which I was not very sure of. And I could have told myself that I don't want to go there, but then I went all the way 2.5 hours, you know, by metro or whatever. And as I exchanged my thoughts and everything over there, I realized that there is another way of doing things. And what we know is sometimes extremely limited,